water temperature Ironman Alaska was 56 degrees.
Yeah, so I coached an athlete who raced, and there is a limit. There is a low limit that Ironman says is too dangerous. I mean, 56 degrees. So they did one loop of the 2.4 miles. So they exited at 1.2 mile. And I was really confused because some people had some extremely long transitions. So I couldn't find where Ironman was posting this or live casting this. So I didn't really know what was going on, but I coached an athlete who did it, and I had a friend who did it, who each took like 30 minutes in transition.
Wow.
So I just assumed they were taking that time to warm up. And then I actually thought maybe the weather's bad, so maybe they're holding everyone back, and they're going to do like a time trial start to restart the bike due to the weather conditions. But unfortunately, the athlete I coached, she hurt her toe, and so she had to take the time for them to bandage up her toe because it was bleeding pretty bad when she came out of the water.
Wow.
And she finished in about 15 hours. She had a great race. And then my other friend, who I know from Colorado, she had a flat tire. So when she entered transition, her tire was flat, so she had to stand in line with the bike mechanic so they could change her flat tire for her. So both long transitions. And then as I was watching, I figured that extra 30 to 40 minute in transition would have been another loop of the course.
Yeah.
And so it was really confusing to me what was going on, and I was excited to talk to them, or at least get their email feedback when they finished. And both of them did finish, so that was exciting. And I just know the conditions were tough. The air temperature was really cool, and people said they had like all weather patterns throughout the bike course. And I was just really happy I wasn't there because I don't really like that cold. I don't like the cold anymore.
They had about 1,000 athletes participate. They had 46 states, 30 countries involved, 45 slots, I think, for the World Championship.
Uh-huh.
And they had more volunteers than they had athletes. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, usually
Yeah.
don't have only 1,000 athletes, but to have 1,400 volunteers involved in that race.
In Juneau, yeah.
Yeah, in Juneau. It's great that I think it's the first time they've had a full up there. Inaugural, yeah.
The inaugural one, yeah.
Man. I'm looking at some photos. There's a endurance.biz has some photographs from the race, and it's going to be spectacular, just like a Lake Tahoe would be, but even more so.
Yeah.
Or an Ironman Canada would be in Whistler. That's it's really neat. Yeah, 45 qualifying spots.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Alaska, not to do an Ironman.
Not to do an Ironman?
No, I would just like to go to Alaska.
Oh yeah, so when I mentioned about having the split field, a 2-day event is in 2023 for Kona. Obviously not this year, and you would know that because you're doing.
Well,
Ironman.
they are doing that this year.
Oh, they are splitting it?
Yeah,
2
because
days?
there's 3 years worth of athletes who qualified.
Oh, okay. So there's a number of reasons why they felt this is because of the backlog of COVID athletes, right?
Yeah,
Or not
so
COVID athletes,
they're
but-
doing that this year. The women race on Thursday, as well as for some reason the males 25 to 29. I also believe race on Thursday. Maybe they changed that. Maybe that was a different race, but the men race on the traditional Saturday, and I understand why they're doing that this year. I thought they would wait to see how that went before they actually made that a commitment for future years. But obviously they didn't wait. They think it's a good thing, and they're going forward with it.
Anything to motivate people to sign up for races too. With so many more races, people have to make a decision. On one weekend, you could have 3 or 4 races throughout your country or throughout the United States, for example, and you have to make decisions. And more races, more slots. They need to fill up those races, so they got to inspire people. Hey, or motivate them. Hey, come over here. We got more slots over here.
Right.
We want to. That's what they do. I mean, you got a new race, you throw lots of slots at it to get the people exposed to that venue and get people to come there.
Races used to fill up.
Yeah.
And there's still slots available, I believe, for Ironman Wisconsin, Ironman Florida, Ironman Arizona. All these, September, October, November events are not full yet. So, we still got a chance.
And that was one more thing along the question of the gentleman who asked about qualifying. Who was that? That was Frank. Is qualify for a race that a few people are in because they're in Kona. The best of the best are already there, so maybe do after the cutoff of that year's race, sign up.
Yeah, because I think the St. George World Championship is in October this year. The Ironman World Championship is always in October. So if someone's schedule allows them to do a 70.3 in October, that's probably your best chance to qualify, because everyone else, all the fast people, are already at a World Championship event.